Hello, people, and welcome back to LifeCraft. This is episode 2, and basically, this is where I talk about my life and what I've done in my life and what I've been through, and basically stuff like that. So, and I know that Minecraft has kind of been very well covered in the years. I mean, those more Minecraft content creators when there was probably people that make talk off or Project Zomboid videos because it's just such a popular game and everyone knows Minecraft. And I know also that I probably should have waited on improving and doing some changes to the house here, but I kind of want to get it all done. I mean, there's still a whole lot to do, honestly, because I still need to get ores and whatnot. Let's see, we got plenty of wood, sand, and one copper in it, so not doing too bad. And we got some more copper. Let's check upstairs and we'll still tell you. Mind well elements. So we got some gold. We got some redstone dust. I don't know why I said red dust stone, but isn't it? 52. And food chest. Maybe not a good idea to have rotten flesh in here, since that are poisonous. And we have mine building blocks right here. So we basically got a lot of stuff. And we got some animals outside. But we're trying to grow some food out here and rely less on animals to sustain our diet. We got pumpkins, some wheat growing. It's mostly pumpkins, well. And I'm doing a very good hack or cheat that lets you grow food in the winter biome by putting basically wood over the farmland so it doesn't get snowed on and you can grow. And also the water won't turn to ice. It's basically something with Minecraft logic that if there's exposed land above, it will ice up and all that. But at the end of the day, it's fixable. So I don't really have an idea of what I want to discuss in episode 2 of LifeCraft. Maybe I can speak a little bit about some various topics that come to mind. For example, I can talk about a little bit about my speech impediment and maybe a bit about my family, my wife, since my mom's homicide, and other things. So, if anyone would like to see a certain topic being covered in a future LifeCraft episode, you can feel free to request it, and I will do it. Because I know there's a lot of people that watch videos for the content about mom's homicide, and I do encourage questions and comments about that, as well as not being rude or anything like that. But I understand if people have things to say but aren't entirely positive. Maybe this is the internet after all. You kind of gotta have a thick skin to be on the internet, mainly. And today I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper Blackberry. Probably one of the best sodas out there. So, let me begin by speaking. Let me just move the microphone a little closer. Let me actually move myself a little closer. So, when I was born and first started talking and stuff like that, it was very clear to my mom that I had a speech impediment. And so basically, when you have a speech impairment when you were very young, you basically, when you go to, I'm not sure if it's the same in other parts of the world, but in American schools, you basically, excuse me, you basically go to a speech therapy class and basically a special ed class. And they speak about how to improve your speech and give you ways to improve your speech. And honestly, since I had ADHD, and I mean I still do have ADHD, it was very difficult for me to absorb the information and basically have it and, oh no, waddle. I forgot that it was water all around us because we're on an island. I'm gonna have to go down, I guess. Go down, yeah. So basically, back on topic. When you go to these classes, it's basically where you talk and discuss the ways to speak with the speech impediment and pronounce things in a way that lets people understand what you're trying to say. And I mean, honestly, I felt like it was ridiculous. Back at the time, because I felt like it was very unfair that I had to attend a class where I had to learn how to pronounce things and say things a certain way just to be understood by other people. I'm not sure if other people with a speech impediment, if you are watching this video, maybe you felt the same way, maybe you felt that it was unfair for you as well, or maybe it was just something I felt. I don't really know if it's something. I mean, I haven't really participated much of other people that have a speech impairment. I'm not a part of any group or sport group or anything like that. But I mean, that's a question I do actually kind of have, and basically after these classes, I basically was pulled out from public school because I was getting bullied a lot, and I mean there was a lot of kids that bullied me in elementary, and I mean it was sad at the time, but now after everything I've been through and being on the internet for so long, you get a thick skin and you basically just don't care about those things anymore. And so basically, I was put into homeschooling, and I want a lot from that. And I mean, I think my homeschooling could have been, well, my mom didn't teach me. Um, she she it was homeschooling, but she didn't have to teach me. I went to an online type of homeschooling thing where you could complete assignments, and it was fully certified by the Department of Education, and basically other regulatory organizations that monitor that sort of stuff. I mean, I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I think it was like, I know the acronym was SEA or C or something like that. You know, it was, maybe it would have been Southeast Academy or something like that. And obviously, since it was a homeschooling organization, they didn't focus on anything to do with speech therapy. And I mean, I don't see why they would do that, considering we're a private organization that mostly focuses on homeschooling. So no hate towards them for not having a program like that. But it was some sort of disconnect there with the traditional aspect is what I'm trying to get at of doing the speech therapy. Let me see here if I can get downhill real quick. And after all of that, for homeschooling and stuff like that, I never really did anything with my speech impediment or speech therapy. And I mean, I don't really have any regrets on it or anything like that, because I mean, I'll say why, and it should be mine right now, but I'm taking a sip of my drink. Because every time I do a video, my mouth gets really dry because I do a lot of talking, and I think I accidentally hit a torch, but that's okay. So, like I was saying, I don't really regret going out of speech therapy, because once people get to know me and basically have known me for some time and are familiar with how I speak, they can practically easily understand what I'm saying. Because I have a few good friends, one named Alex and one named Hayden, who can understand me pretty well. And both of them have been pretty good friends to me and have helped me out quite a lot in my journey in life. And I just don't really regret having speech therapy or pursuing it more. Would it have helped me being understood more? Yeah, probably. But at the same time, I just don't see it as fail. I mean, because why should people expect me to do this class? Well, I have to learn how to say things and and basically have to learn how to pronounce things. When I was born this way, as well, I guess the feeling I'm saying with that, which is basically what I said at the beginning of talking about this. And I mean, I think that's mostly everything about the speech impediment. There's certainly more I can say. I can speak about some of the bullying, but honestly, that would be a waste of time. We don't need to talk about people that don't matter and people that didn't really care to begin with. It was far more important topics and things to discuss, basically. Let me just see if I can find more elements here. Because we got a 12 call. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm drinking soda, so I apologize. And because my mouth just is so dry when I'm making videos because I'm speaking so much. I probably should speak a little less. But, I mean, people have questions about speech impediment as well. Being like I say about anything, honestly, about my life. You can ask. I won't be offended by any question because I mean, those people that don't understand these things because they've never been around it and they want to understand it because it's not something they encounter a lot, and I think that's that people that want to warn about those things. That's very admirable, honestly, in this great game of life that we're all playing. And honestly, I don't think records in life have to be put stacked against you so heavily, honestly, in such a unfavorable way. And I'm saying that as someone that's had a lot of bad cards dealt to them over these years. Because there was a lot of bad that happened, but there was also a lot of good that's happened as well. And I'm going to speak a little bit about that. So, after my mom's mortal, it was, as you can imagine, very depressing and very difficult for me. Because, one, I lost my mom, and two, I had to inherit a house that had a lot of issues and problems. It was a house that was old, and given that my family had been very poor, there was we're not very poor, but poor. We were basically on or around the poverty level in our local area, and it's basically the house had a lot of issues. We didn't have air conditioning. Or at some point, we even didn't have heat because the heating furnace broke. And this wasn't This wasn't when I was a kid. This was when I was probably I'd say 18, 19. Cause my mom, when I was a kid, she tried to provide the best care, best quality care a kid could want, and basically to add to the heat when air conditioning situation. I had, I not had, but I have this allergy. It's basically called, I'm probably gonna butcher it with my speech impairment. It's basically called conjunctival or something like that. I'll put it in the comments if people are curious about what exactly it is. It's basically a condition where someone is allergic to blown sweat, basically. And what I mean by this is, when I sweat, um, basically what happens is I get a stinging pain. It feels like, I'm being stung by violence. Is I have been stung by violence or stung by an insect. I've been bit by an ant before and stuff. I imagine this would feel how stinging would feel from an insect. It's basically like a burning pain where you sweat. So basically, on your chest, on your back, basically the inside of your arms, so basically around the elbow area and around the inner of your arm. If you understand what that area is, and also around the back of your legs, just anywhere where you can sweat, basically. And I've tried various allergy medications like Benadryl and I think Sortazine or whatever it's called. It's basically the old school antihistamines that have been around since before I was born. And I mean, I was born in 1997, so these were around before even my mom was born, or about the same time. So they should work and theoretically should do something, but unfortunately, with conjunctival, because it's such a rare condition and that it's very difficult to treat, most frontline or typical antihistamines really won't help. And unfortunately, the only thing that does help is turning a fan on and immediately just like getting cold air directed to you. And I enjoy winter time. Winter time is heavenly. But I don't really enjoy the aspect of having the heat on because it's such a. I mean, I just get so hot very easily. It's just very, very tough. And I know that there's some people out there that try to make some products for conjunctival. Like, there's someone that makes a corn vest that you can wear that you can fill up with ice cold water, and it will basically keep you basically cold on your chest area. I remember getting one of these vests because there was some organization out there that sent them for free to you. And I don't know what happened to it. I mean, I wish I still had it, but I guess I lost it in the house move. Let me see how I can get out of this mine. I don't think I can, unfortunately. And now I'm stuck. Go ahead. I'm just put the torch down. So my arms don't spawn on me. This is ridiculous. I probably should have went downhill this steep because now I've forgotten my way was. But basically, I lost this vest, this corn vest, in my house move. I wish I continued to have it, but unfortunately, that was the reality of my house move. There was a lot of stuff that was lost, and I just didn't have the time to grab. And we'll explain a little bit about that as well. But I think I'm stuck down here because I don't got a pickaxe. I don't got anything that can help. I just have to do a trick while I build it up with dirt. So let me talk now about how I lost things in my house move and why, basically. Okay, let me just see here. Okay, well, I got me somewhere, but not exactly where I wanted to go. Actually, no mind, it actually did get me to somewhere. Oh, nice. So, after, it was about 3 years after my mom's mortal that I was contacted about the house. Because in my area, in my city, I lived not too far away from, and I still don't actually live too far away from the local university. And no, I won't name them here for obvious reasons. But they were pretty, and they're still pretty proactive in buying a property in that area. So, after, well, not after, but 3 years around this time, they contact me through a family friend, and they basically try to buy the house then, and the first offer was for about the first offer was 200K, give or take, about there. Let me just take a little sip of my drink because once again my mouth is dry. And so it was basically about 200K. We started discussing, and I met with the realtor and stuff. So basically, this 200K offer quickly became 140, and I was like, because it was my family house, and obviously with a family house, you're gonna have a lot of memories and stuff there that basically you don't want to get rid of and you don't really want to lose, because you have a lot of memories. I mean, those bad memories, well, that was where my mom got killed while outside, but those memories of going through the house and having birthday parties, basically having all sorts of family events, having cousins over, having a lot of family around. It was a lot. Basically, what I'm saying is there was a lot of good memories to outweigh the bad memories. And so I said no to this offer of 140. They said, alright, we'll just leave it at that. And with the years starting to go by, because this was about 2023, 2024, very early 2024 maybe, or trying to think exactly when. It was somewhere between 2023 and maybe late 2022. Excuse me once again. And basically, I'm kind of getting into what discussing here, so I apologize for I'm doing a lot of, on the game. So, I'm living in a house, and since the house had a lot of problems and stuff by this point, and stuff I don't really want to get into, but imagine it was pretty bad after my mom's mortal. Because I was poor, I was trying to get by, I was living paycheck to paycheck, not doing too good economically. And they contact me once again. This is about November, October 2024, 2024, yeah, that's about the right time. And I'm speaking with them, and we were basically discussing going back to the price. They say we'll finally meet your offer on the house, and this was for 200K. I was in disbelief at the time. I thought there would be basically some explanation or something that will pop up and not allow this to happen. Because at this point, a lot of stuff had been going on, and I was a very depressed person, and I was not doing too well with the financial and other things at this point. And I just had a hard time believing that it could potentially come to an end just like that. So they started talking to me and getting the wall set up and a lot of old stuff. let me just go down and put these, I guess this, I put Azul in this area, because it's not whale, but whatever. So, I'm talking to him, and we're basically coming to agreements, and I signed paperwork. We're actually getting along and doing this and getting it moving at this point, which is great for me. And probably about January, February of 2025, so this was just last year, I'm speaking to him, and we signed the last of the paperwork, and I buy my new house, which is right around the corner from my old house. So great location, great everything, has heat, has air conditioning, and I'm doing a lot better at this place. So it's great everything at this point, and I hope it continues to be great. And after I bought the new place and get everything set up, and my mouth was still dry, of course. So I get everything set up, and start getting the process to move. This is by March 2025. Oh yeah, I know what I want to do now. With this, I apologize once again if I'm not doing a lot. I'm just getting into a discussion here. So I'm talking to him, and basically, we're not talking to him, so I'm basically getting movers scheduled. I'm starting to pack up everything and talk to house inspectors, because the realtor that knew me and stuff, I wanted to do everything by the book and wanted to make sure I was getting a good property. In fact, she helped me so much. Actually, that before I bought this new house, I had the chance to address some issues that needed to be repaired with this house, and since the person wanted to sell it very, very badly, and they were, because this used to be a rental property, and they wanted it gone. I'm not sure why. I mean, it's a good location. It has everything you could possibly want, and I mean, there's nothing wrong here, as far as I can tell. It's not like it's got termites or rats or roaches or anything like that at all. So there was literally nothing that would suggest why we want to get rid of it so badly. I'm willing to guess we just wanted to get out of probably the rental business and move on to probably a better business opportunity, or I guess just better business. Let me just build some more pickaxes, because 3 probably won't be good enough. So after I get all the house inspectors and all of us moved, and we're not moved just yet. This the moving happens in April, so in March. So after I speak and get everything arranged and handled at this point, we'll, well, not will, but we, or whatever, I am discussing how to move everything efficiently, because there was so much to move. I mean, there was some things I forgot at the house, like my mom's diplomas and some other stuff that would have been nice to bring with me, because my mom, she basically was very proud of her veterinary assistant diploma. She worked hard on that, and I feel bad, but I was able to get it because the university wanted the property as soon as possible. They wanted me out, and I'm not mad at them for doing that. They just wanted the property as soon as possible. And I hope with no ill will or feelings of negativity to that. And let me just see if I think it's this way to mines. But I can assume that other people might be angry with them for that. But I hope with no ill will towards them, honestly. I'm gonna have to get over here to get some of this iron. Sweet, I didn't even get the water in yet. Here we go, water coming in now. So, given that they want me out very quickly and efficiently, I scheduled a moving. Well, they want me out by April 15th. I scheduled removals to come in, and there was an issue with removals. They didn't want to move on that date or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I just had some issue. I was like, okay, whatever. And I explained to the university and the realtor, and they said, alright, we'll postpone the moving to April 20th. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll try to get everything scheduled once again. So let me actually get an old drink real quick. So April 20th, I reached out to removals, and these removals, they wanted to do it at the earliest time, the earliest everything. I mean, it was so insane about how early they wanted it. And what ain't that insane? It was 9 o'clock. I mean, it could have been an insult to injury if it was probably 6 a.m. And so, the night of April 19th, I'm trying to go to bed, and it's basically just really hard to get to bed at this time. I'm laying there tossing, turning, excuse me, and I'm just laying there, just thinking about how basically want to move on to a new chapter of my life. It's basically, it was basically hard to get some sleep on that night because I had an alarm set for, I think, about 6 or 7, probably 6:40, I'd imagine. And even thought they said, uh, 9, they gave me a rough estimate that they probably would arrive a little bit before that. And this was basically said to be around 8:40 or 8:40, 8:50 maybe. So about 40 minutes before 9 a.m. So I had to be awake, or very early, on top of not being able to sleep very much. I think at best I only got like 4 hours, 5 hours. So the day comes along, they show up. We're moving everything, we're moving my gaming PC out, we're moving everything, and it's very fast. They actually were quite happy with me because I had packed everything up, and they even made a point of saying most people don't do that, and it's always a slow, tedious process. So I was out of there within an hour, 2 hours at most. Well, other people, they said anyway, take 4 to 6, sometimes 8 hours to move. And these guys are hired by the hour. So 2 hours, 1 hour, including tip, and basically any fees for packing. Actually, since I was such an efficient mover and did it so well, they didn't even charge me for any packing on their behalf. I mean, it helped that I knew one of the movers. I think was yeah, it was a girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, and so basically, I got a pretty good deal, I think. Anyway, and I just moved on after that to a new place, and I we were just moving to the next area, which was only like a 4-minute drive, or actually 2 minutes. It's my old house is that close, just 2 minutes, maybe even 1 minute, which is crazy to think about. I just got so lucky on that. And so I had to sort unpacking all this stuff. I had been going over to the house before all this and setting up things. I had basically at this point built because with my basically $200,000 offer. I trying as best as I can, since I was such a poor person before, to preserve my wealth, and I'd say I'm still a pretty wealthy person to this day. Even thought I had to buy the house and all that, I still got a lot of that money saved over, and I'm still living better than I once did, thank God. Even if I'm not really at with this person, I still think it was something out there that helped with this. It may not have been God, may not have been our traditional sense. It was someone out there that's helping maybe. I mean, I want to believe, but that's going off topic. So, what I had assembled at this time, since I was trying to preserve my wealth, such a purpose, I had bought mostly cheap furniture off Amazon, and it all came disassembled. You had to assemble it all yourself, which honestly is not a bad deal. It was a lot of fun assembling furniture. And I mean that sincerely. That's not sarcasm. That's not anything negative. It was such a fun time. Excuse me. And I would do it again. And honestly, hope I do get to assemble more furniture. Because it was such a fun experience. And so, at this time I had only this entertainment center set up in my living room. And I had a wood down. I had even the TV came disassembled. I mean, not fully disassembled, but the heads were off, and you had to assemble the heads. And I'd say that the most I spent on furniture was probably the TVs and the couch. And the couch was about $200. I bought like a 40-inch TV for my bedroom that I watch movies on, and when I'm going to bed, watch YouTube videos. I just have it white veil, and I get to enjoy TV white veil. But this wasn't assembled at the time, so in my soon-to-be bedroom on the day of April 20th, I had to spend the whole day assembling my bed. And my bed for the day was a couch that was set up in a corner of my room. And I keep hitting E instead of trying to hit W. So I'm spending the whole day just trying to get this basically assembled. I finally get it fully assembled by 7-8 p.m. I got into the house around 11 a.m., 12 p.m. So this was spending most of the whole day trying to assemble this shit. And the only thing that was frustrating about this whole process was trying to get this couch set up. Because I had to, those screws that didn't fit. Thank God I have power drills and stuff that I can make holes with. Because I just had to drill some holes well, the nails were supposed to fit but couldn't fit due to sizing issues at the factory, I'm guessing, with the furniture at this time. But I get it assembled, Velcro basically pillows and, well, not the pillows, but the basically the cushions on. And that's all assembled and ready by 7 p.m. First thing I do after I'm done with all this crap is I lay down and I go to bed. I'm not gonna lie, it felt really odd going to bed in a new place. It was very very odd feeling, and I'm sure anyone that has moved knows what I'm talking about and can understand. But a feeling of falling asleep in a new place. But the next day comes around, I'm like, this place is awesome! Because I got new AC, or the AC's working, the heat's working, everything's working. And I'm just having such a better time than I was in my old house. But there was one fly in the soup. There was one ground issue. So, as you are probably aware at this point, when you're switching houses, you have to get brand new internet service set up. So, I'm at this new house. You see, I was getting it painted. This beautiful blue shade and a white shade. I'm getting this all painted. The internet service technician was supposed to set up reliable stuff while I was getting it painted. And the painters did a great job. They even accepted the delivery of furniture for me and stuff while I was at my old house. So, great guys. I'd hire them again. I highly recommend them. I can't give the name, but I highly recommend them to people that know who I'm talking about. I guess I can't really recommend them after all, because that would be doxing my location, and I'm not really ready for people to know my location just yet. Maybe when I hit a million subscribers or something like that. What's that? Highly doubt, but we'll see what happens. So, and I got the internet not set up now at this house on April 20th, and I'm just, damn, dude. I was, cause my other good friend, AU, that's not his real name, but we call him AU because Alabama University. He's a huge fan of that, and no, that's not where I live, but that's where he lives. And basically, we play a lot of talk off and whatnot. And at that time, I was just getting in talk off. So last year is when I first started playing talk off. But I had a lot of experience in games that matched the vibe of talk off, like PUBG and DayZ. So basically, realistic shooters and tracks and shooters like that. Well, PUBG ain't exactly trash, and it's basically just surviving until you're the last guy alive. And I'm just communicating to him on Discord through my phone, send photos of a new place, and I'm placing calls in to a local internet company saying, yo, you guys were supposed to get us set up, but you were supposed to have us done. And I'm tossed around on the phone talking to these guys and just trying to get us set up. I finally decide, screw it, I'm done. I'm gonna talk to Time Warner Cable, or what is now called Spectrum, and also for people that wanna watch shopping for internet, I do not recommend Spectrum, and you're about to find out why. So they offer something called plug and play. This is where you plug in your internet router and stuff. You basically just get, and you can pick it up from the store and have it the same day. You don't even need to get a technician over. You basically can set the shit up yourself. But I do all that, and excuse me, it's not even going to work at this point. So I'm just saying, screw it. And the same day, I decided to switch to Time Warner Cable. But my local internet service, who I will not name, still calls me with their technician. Same day. I mean, I was a little too drawn on the gun with the internet aspect of this, but I mean, we were supposed to have it ready and all that before, so I mean, I'm sure people can understand basically why I wanted to get it set up as soon as possible. As someone that games, well, people nowadays are so addicted to the internet. So that's also another reason why. But I'm trying to change that and do a little better in terms with that. Oh, let's see. Basically, they got it set up. So it turned out that the guy, the technician, you won't believe this, but all he had to do was plug a cord in. Because it turned out that they did set it up. They had it set up the whole freaking time. They just didn't know that I needed to plug in one cord, and this was a green cord that needed to be set up. And boom, I had internet service same day when I complained good enough. And that was so insane that they wouldn't know that they needed to get this green cord in or whatever. And I figured they should at least advised me to get that plugged in first, because I thought it was a no cord, because the router had some different cords with it, and it was just such a stupid experience, honestly. But all in all, I'll do it all again. And I think I've been yapping long enough on this video and talking about things that have been going on after Mom's Mortal, the move, and stuff like that. It was still a whole lot to cover before Mom's Mortal and after Mom's Mortal. This is just a little slice of stuff that probably isn't all that interesting, but I think people might laugh a little bit, have some funny reactions too, especially the internet port and the couch having such a difficult time. But thanks for watching the video, and look forward to the next video. I'll discuss probably some aspects of my life before my mom's mortal and stuff like that. And also be looking for some more talk off videos or SPT talk off videos, and also the continuation of that Project Zomboid series. Also, I plan on starting up a Fallout playthrough coming up eventually, and I think people will love that because Fallout is really popular right now, and I'm a diehard fan of Fallout. So, and I also kind of want to start up an alternative history series where I talk about what if events, well, people, like, what if history was different. I'm not going to spoil that, and I'm not going to spoil the Fallout stuff, so be looking forward to it, and be watching. Thanks for watching once again, and if you have any questions, or comments, or anything you want to know about, just feel free to leave a comment, and I will get back to you and address your comment the best I can. So thanks once the full time, and bye for now.